Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Matt, and I'm coming at you with another update on the 75-gallon Rimless Reef Ready aquarium. Wanted to do a quick update before I put any trim on the stand and kind of just let you know where things are right now. Do an update on the current state of the tank and kind of let you know what the future plans of the build are. So as you can see, I've got the tank on top of the stand and the sump underneath in the sump base. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that right now. What I did was put a 3/4 inch insole foam by Artec in between the stand and the tank as a buffer. This is mold resistant and it's pretty dense stuff. It doesn't have much give. If you notice, let me show you. What I did was I taped it to the stand just so it'll stay in place when I put the tank on the stand itself, so it didn't slide out of position. So, and I also did about a 1/4 inch over on every side just to kind of make sure that the quality of the corners are nice and stable and dense, not to kind of lose the integrity of the foam itself. And then underneath, I just kind of cut out, I made a template of the overflow box itself and then just put the template on the foam and then cut it out. And then I taped all around the edges to kind of make sure that none of the foam would come back down. So that worked out well. If you had like silver tape or whatever, that would be even better because it would hide this perfectly, because the other side is all shiny, as you can see through the tank. Lucky for me, I'm not doing a bare bottom tank, so all that's going to be hidden. But it should give me plenty of room underneath here to work with all the plumbing and everything like that. While we're down here, I'll zoom out here a little bit. I caulked the bottom base of the sump. The bottom base is 1/2 inch plywood with 1x2 pine that I kind of just cut to fit and then glued down and then caulked the entire thing. I plan on putting a rubber mat down here so that there's a little bit of a waterproof barrier, and also maybe help reduce some pump noise. I don't know how much that'll help, but I'm going to do it anyway. Plus, it'll save me having to paint the entire thing black. So that should look nice. What I did was I also used 1x2 pine just for some bracing back here. That's 1/4 inch maple in the back, so it's kind of thin. So it helps stabilize it a little better. I'm going to punch some holes through here so that I can run some electrical cables into the stand itself. But what I did was I followed the 2x4 bracing on the top box down, so it looks a little neater and cleaner. Originally I had put the bracing in the center without kind of thinking ahead, and then quickly realized, hey, that's where my overflow is, and can't do that. So removed it, put one on either side, a foot off center, and then just did some stabilizers to go down. Your pretty standard box as far as framing the stand goes, and then I just added the sump base, the back, and some trim, and then put the foam on top. It's also got a 3/4 inch plywood maybe on the bottom to kind of brace everything on the bottom as well. Not sure how I'm gonna trim up the sides yet, but what I'm thinking is using some more of this 1/4 inch maple on the front and then following it all around with a router to kind of square it all off and make it nice and neat. I recommend checking out Reef Geek TV. Basically, a lot of this I'm kind of slightly modifying off of his build, but it's really very similar. So again, it's Reef Geek TV, and check him out. He's doing a build right now. He's like 6 months into the build, so it's a good channel to subscribe to, and I recommend it. So that's kind of what's going on with the tank right now. What I plan on doing is starting to get some plumbing supplies this weekend, starting to dry fit some stuff and start to play with the plumbing a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on with the tank. So like it, subscribe it, leave any comments, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks a lot.